Morning. Welcome to the long weekend. It's Saturday, August 31st, so September starts tomorrow too. 9:08 in the morning as I record here in western Iowa. And your hazards today, not a lot. Got a flash flood warning way down there near Carlsbad, New Mexico. I think that's probably the Pecos River. I'm not sure why they have a flash flood warning. They must have had some heavy rain. And so there you go. Flooding also an issue today down in southern Louisiana and right along the Gulf Coast in Mississippi. And then up in the Pacific Northwest, heat advisories for eastern Oregon and eastern Washington into the Florida Panhandle, which brings us to our weather spotlight, spotlight, spotlight. Yep, this is Pendleton, Oregon, the Weather Service there issuing this heat advisory in effect for the Oregon Washington Cascades, the Ochoco, John Day Highlands, Central Oregon, Columbia River Gorge, Columbia Basin, Yakima, and Catitas Valleys, Southern Blue Mountains, and the Grande Ronde Valley. So stay hydrated, wear light clothing, take frequent breaks, and shift outdoor activities away from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I mean, a lot of popular hiking in these areas, especially the Columbia River Gorge. Just some gorgeous hikes there. Awesome waterfalls. But maybe not for the next couple days. All right. Severe weather today, way up there in West Virginia, Virginia, a little bit of Ohio, Pennsylvania into New York State in the slight risk category. Marginal risk up there, UP of Michigan, Wisconsin, northern Minnesota, also around our slight risk, but a larger area, which includes all of the state of Kentucky, most of Tennessee, into West Virginia, and all of the state of New York, except for Long Island. So watch out for the severe weather here. Not really a risk of tornadoes, but could be some damaging winds and maybe some large hail. Also some heavy rain and flooding possible in the center of that severe weather risk for Pennsylvania, parts of West Virginia along that stationary front. Our cold front has become mostly stationary through Ohio, Indiana, through Missouri, Oklahoma, into Texas. So it's like central Texas, kind of the dividing line, the cooler air in West Texas and the warmer air in South and Southeast and East Texas, and a slight chance of showers and storms all the way from parts of California through the Four Corners and then along and ahead of that stationary front. And some of that could be heavy too from, say, Houston along the southern Louisiana coast as we see a thin strip of heavy rain flash flooding possible too. And then you go all the way up into Montana and North Dakota. There's a cold front there, and watch it progress further to the south as we go to tomorrow's surface. And so temperatures in Iowa today, I think overdone when we get to the highs map, but probably near 80 for Omaha, 70s where I live. The temperatures map has us in the 80s, but tomorrow will be cooler behind that front for sure as showers and storms continue from the Four Corners and along our front all the way up the East Coast. But our severe weather is gone for tomorrow. And then Labor Day. Well, if you're out there barbecuing, you have to dodge some showers eastern New Mexico, Texas, along the Gulf Coast, up into eastern Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, and then the Pacific Northwest with a chance of showers and storms all the way into the Intermountain West and even the central Colorado Rockies. All right, here are those highs today. And if you look at Iowa, so Des Moines 85, Omaha around 80, and where I live, kind of in between and a little bit north of that line, we're supposed to be in the upper 70s today. We might hit 80, but so I think this is overdone just a little bit. But we do see 70s way up there in North Dakota. And then you get to the Pacific Northwest, that's the hot stuff. So 102 for Moscow, Idaho. I've been meaning to look that up. I'm pretty sure that's Moscow, but maybe not. 91 Boise, 101 Medford's always hot. I don't know why. 101 Medford, 100 for Reading, and then down 110 for El Centro, 109 Lake Havasu. So hot in the desert Southwest. And all the way in the Southeast, we got some mid 90s hanging in there for Nashville into Alabama, Georgia, low 90s for South Carolina. So on the warm side, especially with some humidity. And there's a 94 up there, Beckley, West Virginia, or Charleston, which one of the two. All right, lows tomorrow morning. Very comfortable. Northern Plains in the 40s. 50s a little further south in the plains, Central Plains, 50s to near 60. Even Lubbock, Texas, 59 to start the day tomorrow after they suffered through all that heat. But on the other side of the front, starting in the 70s for the rest of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, across the south, and up the East Coast, then transition back to 60s, Pennsylvania, New York State. All the way back to the Pacific Northwest, pleasant. I mean, 56 Eugene is nice, 48 Baker, Oregon. So even with the heat, still cooling off at night. Highs tomorrow, still mid 90s, Baker, Oregon. So, I mean, look at this. Baker, Oregon, 48 in the morning, 95 in the afternoon. What is that? Almost 50-degree temperature swing. Crazy. All right, still hot in the southwest, still warm in the southeast. Warming up a little bit for Texas, but the Midwest looks great. 70s, even some 60s up there in Michigan. And then for Labor Day, pleasant enough for the Midwest, all the way into the Ohio River Valley and up into New England. Very nice weather. And even back down in West Texas, southeastern New Mexico, mid to upper 70s here. 84 for Albuquerque. Desert Southwest, hot. 106 Phoenix. But 97 Tucson. Celebrate that one. Low to mid 90s for the Southeast. And the Pacific Northwest getting cooler. So they'll take that. So enjoy. All right, let's take a look real quick. I've got the European in motion here. So I'm not going to stop the motion. I thought I did. Anyway, this is running through Monday. So that's the day, Monday at the end. Actually, Tuesday, I'm sorry. So at the end of the Tuesday is the end of the run here, and we're starting basically this morning. And you can see showers and storms round after round for Texas. It's kind of a little low here. Onshore flow, just bringing round after round of showers and storms, and that's why we have the flood watches, up for southern Louisiana, southern Mississippi. But some pretty good showers and storms here for central and east Texas, especially south Texas. Very nice. We see our front that's kind of stalling out, for the focus for a couple days of showers and storms in the afternoon. So you can see that here moving across the Ohio Valley, and then a little further to the south on tomorrow as those move into the Tennessee River Valley. And a few light showers up here in the Rockies, but not a lot really to write home about. Do people still write home? I think not enough to email home about, I guess. The next 2 days in rain, there's a lot of it here in southern Louisiana over to Houston. So, I mean, we're talking, what are we talking? 2, 3, isolated 4 inches off the coast. But I mean, a lot of rain here over the next couple of days. And even central Texas, parts of West Texas, getting close to an inch in isolated areas. Inch and a half, inch and a half into Arkansas, Tennessee, North Carolina, up through West Virginia. Even a little bit more. It's more like 2 inches here for parts of Virginia, Maryland, near Delaware. So that's where the rain is going to be over the next couple of days. 6 to 10 day temperatures, cool eastern half, warm western half. And, we're looking at the 5th through the 9th here of September. I misspoke yesterday on that, so I wanted to correct it today. I wanted to make it clear. And the temperatures, these are the temperatures. And the precipitation, your best chance of above average precipitation, South Texas, southern Louisiana, through the southeast. And then your below average precipitation, northern plains, especially into the upper Midwest, especially. All right, that's especially nice for your Labor Day weekend forecast. I hope you enjoy it. And it kind of marks the end of summer. And I'm looking forward to maybe some snow. Is it too soon? Yeah, it's a little too soon. Anyway, we'll keep you posted as we go, though. So thanks for tuning in, the Weather Mike.